On a quiet, humid day in mid-June 2012, in the small, close-knit town of Menifee, California, a simple trip to a neighbor's house turned into a haunting mystery. One that would leave a family shattered, a community searching, and investigators baffled for more than a decade. 12-year-old Skylar DeLeon was smart, spirited, and full of life. But what happened to him on that summer afternoon? And how could a child vanish without a trace, right under everyone's noses? This is the story of Skylar DeLeon, the boy who never came home. Missing, Skylar DeLeon, a small-town mystery, appears on screen with slow, dramatic music. Fade into aerial shots of suburban Menifee, California. June 15, 2012. It was just after 4 p.m. Skylar was staying with his grandmother for the summer, something he often did. That day, Skylar asked if he could go play with his friend, who lived just a few houses down the street. His grandmother agreed, reminding him to be home in a couple of hours. Skylar left, wearing his favorite blue Pokémon t-shirt, black shorts, and sandals. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. No one could have guessed it would be the last time he was ever seen. He was polite, always smiling. You'd see him riding his bike or playing with other kids. It was a safe neighborhood. We never imagined something like this could happen here. Skylar never made it to his friend's house. By 6:30 p.m., when he hadn't returned, his grandmother started to worry. She called around the neighborhood, thinking maybe he'd gotten distracted. But no one had seen him. By 7 p.m., panic set in. His grandmother called 911, and within hours, a search was underway. Volunteers, police officers, and search dogs combed the streets, yards, and nearby trails. But there was no sign of Skylar. Not a single clue. Search efforts are underway tonight in Menifee, California, as authorities look for 12-year-old Skylar DeLeon, last seen around 4 p.m. At first, police thought Skylar had run away. But family and friends insisted Skylar wasn't that kind of kid. He was well-behaved, happy, and had no reason to leave. Detectives began canvassing the area, interviewing neighbors, checking surveillance cameras, but nothing surfaced. No witness reports. No camera footage. It was as if Skylar had vanished into thin air. The lack of evidence was chilling. How could a child simply disappear in the middle of a suburban neighborhood, in broad daylight? As weeks turned into months, theories began to swirl. Some believed Skylar had been abducted by a stranger. Others suspected someone in the neighborhood might be involved, someone he trusted. There were rumors, whispers about a van seen circling the area that day. But nothing concrete ever came of it. Skylar's parents were devastated. His mother, speaking at a candlelight vigil, broke down in tears. "If you're out there, baby, we're still looking. We'll never stop looking." The heartbreak was raw. The questions endless. Each summer, the anniversary of Skylar's disappearance reopened old wounds. His room remained untouched. His grandmother said she still listened for the sound of his footsteps on the stairs. Despite renewed efforts in 2015 and again in 2019, nothing new emerged. The case remained open but cold. People moved on. But Skylar's family never gave up. Candle overlay visual, candles, missing posters, interviews with volunteers. Speaking heads search volunteer. "We just want closure. Even if he's gone, we want to bring him home." Then, in late 2023 to 11 years after Skylar's disappearance, there was a breakthrough. A man arrested on unrelated charges in Arizona claimed he had information about a boy who had been taken from California years earlier. He described Skylar perfectly. Detectives flew out immediately. But the man's story changed. He was unstable, possibly lying, possibly telling the truth. It was unclear. They searched a remote property he mentioned. Nothing turned up. Still, it reignited hope. Maybe someone knew something. Maybe Skylar was still out there. Today, Skylar DeLeon would be 25 years old. His photo remains on missing children's posters, now digitally aged by forensic artists. His family continues to speak out, holding on to hope. Every year, they hold a walk in his memory. They talk about his laugh, his dreams of becoming a scientist, about the boy who left home one day and never returned. We just want to know what happened. That's all. Even if we don't get him back, we need to know. Skylar DeLeon's case remains unsolved. But his memory lives on in those who loved him, and in the hearts of everyone who hears his story. If you have any information, no matter how small, please contact the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. You might be the one who brings a family the closure they've waited over a decade for. Because no one should just disappear. Fade to black. Show contact info and National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. In memory of Skylar DeLeon. You are not forgotten.